Well, I'm very excited to have this group here today. They came and spoke to our satellite group a couple of months ago and thought it was very interesting. And for myself, I'd heard of the organization, but I knew nothing about it or knew nothing about what they did. So let me introduce them. Alan Bradford grew up in Corinth and earned a degree from Mississippi State, Cal State. She lived in Peru for 10 years with her husband and 4 children, working in church and community ministry. She began as director of El Centro in the fall of 2020. Leticia Gassaway received her bachelor's of science and arts in the areas of molecular biology, very impressive, and Spanish literature from the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, and a master's of arts in teaching English as a second language from Ole Miss. She's been employed at Bancorp South since 2001 as a BSA analyst. She was the recipient of the Community Service Award from the Committee for King this year and serves on several community boards. And also on the El Centro board member since 2006. Hope you enjoy this. Jenny, would you like the ones watching remotely to send questions via chat? Is that the easiest way, or
they can unmute themselves and be heard by the speakers at that, either one.
Okay.
And you need to say what I just said because I can't hear.
Okay. Jenny and I were talking about questions. You can put your questions in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and just ask them at the end. So I don't know which one of you are going to go first. So Zisha, come on up and welcome to Rotary.
Well, thank you so much for having us. My name is Leticia, and as you mentioned, I've been part of El Centro since 2006 when we put this together. Flip over to the next one, please. Just the next slide. Yeah. All right. Sorry. As you can see from the picture in the slide, we have had excellent participation. This was not a photo that we told all the kids show up so we can take a photo. This was just one day. And before the pandemic, we averaged from 25 to 35 students. And after that, our numbers went down, of course, and we have about 12 to 16 students every session. So we're really excited because we understand, this is a service that is much needed. To tell you a little bit of our history, I know Greg Purtle was involved with our organization at the very beginning, but in 2004, there was a needs assessment where it was discovered that there were services needed for Hispanic community. And the next slide, please. In 2006, the El Centro was created and a director was hired, and our program started then. So our program started with a funding from the Create Foundation. They I believe at that time they allotted something like $20,000–$30,000 to start the program, hire the director and all that. Then they registered us with all the organizations that we needed to be registered with. And next slide, please. And since that time, our mission has been to facilitate Hispanic integration into the community through primarily education, training, and services. And our vision is to bridge Hispanic and North Mississippi cultures in order to create a cohesive and diverse community. All right, next slide, please. This the slide that we have, I think it's a little old, but my research showed that in 2018, it was estimated that about 87,000 Hispanics lived in Mississippi, and we think that's underestimated. And also for Lee County, Tupelo area, it was estimated that we have about 2,000 Hispanics, and I think that's also underestimated. So we have a large population of Hispanics. If you ever get a chance to go to the Catholic Church or Spanish service, they're very well, they have a lot of people, and a lot of the kids that go to the church there, and really in many other different churches, through the years they come to us because at one point or another they need our help. And yeah, forgive me, I get so emotional. Um, I'm sure you've heard this before, that the census states that Hispanics make up 1/4 of all public school students, but they have the highest dropout rate. And that's why I think our services are so important. Next slide, please. All right, and so we hope to provide all these services for the Hispanics and work together with different area organizations. But in 2008, we know the financial crisis hit us, and we almost folded. But we knew we couldn't because our services were needed. But anyways, forgive me. All right, next slide, please. So the Campo Brillante means brilliant group, brilliant team. And that's our main program. This is our after-school program. And we mostly help the kids through tutoring, but we have all sorts of other activities that we do for the kids. We promote fellowship and academic support, but we also do fun skills. We do photography, movie making, Spanish, just about anything you can think of. And then in 2015, we're part of the All-America team that went with, they represented Tupelo in Denver, Colorado. We had a great time. It was great we're thankful for Tupelo to include us to showcase the city's diversity. Next slide, please. And in addition to tutoring, in the past, we've done English classes, and now what we do is we team up with First Baptist Church, where we do English classes, and over there we do Spanish classes, and it works out great because, of course, First Baptist Church has a lot of support and a lot of volunteers, so they have daycare and additional teachers. So we're thankful to have the opportunity to team up with them to provide additional English classes. In our group also, that we have many types of workshops that we've done. We do like financial literacy classes or workshop immigration classes that we've done in the past, but we have slowed down a little bit since the pandemic, and there for a time we lack funding, we lack volunteers, we lack a lot of resources. But we take every opportunity to use or teach the kids. A number of our kids continue participating. So I continue doing financial literacy courses. I do those in Spanish and English. So I do that with the parents as well. And I used to do that as part of my South too. I used to be in marketing, so I used to travel to all these Hispanic communities and do that. So that was very, very important for me to educate the parents. And of course, I take every opportunity to teach the kids and instill the financial responsibility. Okay, next slide, please. That's where really I should have mentioned this, where we do have a lot of workshops, but that slowed down a little bit. Next slide, please. We do have resource, what we call a resource center, but those are just pamphlets, information that we have for the family. Because of low number of volunteers, we have resources that the parents can take with them. We also have like Rosetta Stone programs where they can come and use our facilities. Now that we're able to hire Alan to be our director, we're hoping to expand a lot of our services. But I think that's all the notes I have right now, and Alan is going to take over. She won't be a whiner like me.
Thank you, Letty. As you can tell, Letty is the heart of the organization. I've just come in to be some extra hands and feet, but it is remarkable, her love and her drive for these children. And she does this all on her free time, right? She has a full-time job. So thank you, Letty. It's a privilege to be working with her. If you'll do the next slide, please. We currently are funded by donations, personal donations, and United Way grant. As you can tell in the green, is a huge part of our funding. We're really thankful that they have come alongside of us and enabled me to be hired and enabled other programs to happen. We hope to expand. Of course, COVID has changed a lot of things, but we have had the opportunity to have some time to do some program building, some dreaming, going to visit other centers and other towns so that we can see where we can go in the future, because we would love to be able to expand our services, to have everyday tutoring, to have other programs, to offer more resources, like she said. Because when people come to this country, we think, because we've lived here forever, oh, great, there's so many opportunities, but they don't know that. And so we are the link to help them know. There's so many things that we take for granted that we know. And so we want them to know about it. We would love for everybody to thrive and everybody have chances to do things. So we want to be able to offer that in all kinds of ways. So our funding from United Way is key. We also have some other grants. And Woodman America has been a good sponsor. We've had several sponsors. I wish I had the whole list. Do you have the list of it? We have the hospital and AT&T. We have Bancorp South, Renaissance, Jesco, Toyota has given us, and B&B Concrete has been a supporter. So we are so thankful for that. So if you do the next slide, please. So we are in the Link Center, and we've been so grateful. The Link Center has given us cheaper rent and a bigger space even. And we are so thankful because it is also central to where a lot of our people live. And we've been able to just offer all of our services there. Okay, so the next slide. Okay, here's some of our precious children. You can see how we try to do different activities in the tutoring, not just homework, making piñatas, trying to make things fun, giving them some motivation and some excitement. So we do the next slide. And there they are working on different things. We have had teachers that have been, the school district has been enormously helpful with us. They provide 3 tutors who are teachers from the school that they pay through a grant that they have, who come to us. So they are trained educators. They know how to help these kids. A lot of the kids come in with their homework because if their parents don't speak English, it's hard for them to help them with the homework. And so the kids will get behind sometimes because of that. So these teachers are just enormously helpful getting through with their homework. Also, they can see as they get to know the kids, oh, you need a little extra help in this or that. And they've been great about pulling up different worksheets and things to help kids do what they need to do. Here's some more of those precious faces. We currently are not able to have the volunteers come in and help us tutor because of COVID. We're trying to be safe. So we just have the teachers and Letty and myself are in there with the kids. Everyone is masked, but we still are trying to be safe with that. So we hope that as things open up, we can have our volunteers come back in. But we have a lot of volunteers who come and help spend time with these children, get to know them, not only to help with their homework, but also to provide them with motivation and friendship and community and support that we all need in life to get ahead. These are some of our top students. We are proud of them. They achieved national standing, national achievement, and they were going to do these programs in the summer, but COVID got canceled everything, so they didn't get to go. But we're really proud that they worked really hard and that they have achieved this. Now, not every student is going to be academically successful, but our point in the center is to provide them with community and motivation and keep them engaged so that they don't feel defeated, so they don't give up, because we know that maybe they're not going to be top of the class, but they're still going to be important members of our community in various ways. So we try to help them see that and encourage that. Now, this is the Humanities Council. It's a national or statewide?
Well, statewide, I don't know if they're national, so they're national. Yeah.
Part of the Catholic Church, and they have included us in their programs. They come and they do reading programs with our kids. It's a great encouragement, a lot of fun for our kids. And we've really appreciated their support. Okay, we also have taken in the past field trips with the kids. You know, parents will often take kids to do fun stuff, but we have seen that it's important to also include monuments, memorials, important things that are educational. Also because maybe they're new to the country and they don't even know what's out there, what's available. We can provide that information and encourage them to keep growing. The kids will pay for their meals and their tickets, and we will help them with transportation. can't do the next one too. So these are some of the trips we've taken in the past. Our big dream is to take them to DC. And we were working on that before COVID hit and kind of put a kink in it, but it will happen. Okay, we also have a lot of fun up at the center. We have all our parties. We have the Grinch came in, you know, sometimes scares people, but so does Santa Claus, and he's cute too. So it's a lot of fun. You see the kids just love it, and it's a great time to spend with them. Okay, we also have fundraisers. We've had this Amigos 5K, and then the next one is this was a ticket giveaway, so people could buy raffle tickets and get 2 tickets to the Egg Bowl, along with a signed poster. And all of this money went to scholarships. So we were raising money specifically through the 5K and through this for scholarships for some of our students to go on to university. Okay, the next one. And we were so excited that Letty got recognized for her hard work with us, with the Committee for Key. And the fun thing for our kids was that B&B Concrete, Sean Brevard, bought a table for them to get to go. And so they got to go feel special and be proud that they knew the honoree. I mean, it was really a sweet time and a lot of fun for them. We're really thankful that they had the chance to do that. Okay. And this shows some of our scholarship students, Carla and Ken and Sandy, gone to Ole Miss and ICC, Blue Mountain. And our money helps them get ahead and helps them get their college education so they can go further. Our newest recipient is Anthony. We don't have a picture of him, but he is currently at ICC, and he was really cute last week. He was at the center. He still comes up to the center to help us and help the kids because he's been there since he was 9. He's been coming. And so he was real funny. He said, yeah, started out the center and I'm still here. And so which is great because he had an essay last week on a song that he had to do. And who does he get in touch with to get help with his essay but Letty? So the center is still helping him through his time, and he's giving back a ton so that he can help other kids get to where he is. So he's a good role model. Okay, and this is our final slide. This is for more information. We now have a website. This is new, elcentrotupelo.org, where people can get in touch. Right now, you know, like I said, we're not having volunteers come, but we really want to get our volunteer base up. We would love for y'all to get involved, to come be a part of everything that we're doing. It's exciting, and it's the best part is getting to know these kids and their families, their parents. They're just dear, sweet people. So I encourage you to look at our website. You can also donate through the website. You can help us with funding some of these things. We're on Facebook. Letty is good after every tutoring session to put up some pictures of the kids so you can see what's happening. And we also have a PayPal account, and that's our email. So if you want to get in touch with us, we're always available. So thank you very much.
Questions? Anybody have questions? I'll start. Go ahead.
Is there a primary reason for the dropout? One or two things to point to?
Well, primarily they drop out because they have a need to help their family, you know, raise funds. And then a lot of them, when they don't have the encouragement to continue school and they have difficulties with English, you know, a lot of them are American. Probably 99% of our students are American born, they speak English, but they have trouble just like a lot of Southerners with English, written English, and they just don't like English as an academic subject. So that scares them off to go to the next level. And so they just think it's a lot easier, you know, that I'd rather not bother with that. And you know, it's so much funner to go to work and start making some money and helping the family. So they have this aversion towards education. So we're there to encourage them and to not give them the option of not continuing or not, you know, not finishing their high school studies. And another thing I forgot to mention is that now although most of our kids are Hispanic, we have students, or we have recently had students from like the Middle East, or of course, Caucasian, Blacks. We help them as well, but you know, we don't advertise one or the other one. We invite everyone all the time. You know, everyone, we're there to help everyone. Any more questions?
Talk about your hours, your days, and there's one more thing left. Go ahead.
Okay. Currently, our sessions are Tuesdays and Thursdays. We start with the younger kids from kindergarten through 6th grade. We help them from 4 to 5:30. And then from 5:30 to 7, we help the older students. Our location is bigger than it used to be, so we're thankful for what we have. But at the same time, we cannot hold 35 kids at the same time, especially the little ones. They require, more attention. And so we're thankful that we're able to split up the students that way. And of course, at the same time, the younger kids are the ones that have a whole lot more work and they need our help. So, and that's usually at the time when we need most volunteers. And a misconception for our volunteers, they think that, well, I don't know Spanish, how could I help? How could I help you? And in reality, like I said, these kids speak English. They're really good. And another thing I wanted to mention too is that, we say that a lot of our parents don't understand English, which some of them don't, but some of them do. I don't know if you all had any issues helping your kids or your grandkids with homework. Some of that stuff is pretty tough. Even though it's kindergarten or first grade, it's like, how in the world do you do this? So in the past, before I had tutors from Tupelo schools, I used to do this by myself. I used to have a little bit of money to hire a teacher to come and help me. And it was like, I'm glad you're here because I'm not sure what's going on here. And, that's when the local teachers are so helpful because they know exactly what the kids are covering. Plus, if there's something they don't understand or they think their child is deficient or advanced, in some instances, the children are too advanced, they ask the teacher directly, they can email them. How can we help this kid, advance further or catch up? So that's been so immensely helpful.
Yeah, so hours, right now we're Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon from 4 to 7. We want to add more days as COVID lifts. And we're also, since now I'm able to work in the daytime, like that's her daytime job, we're gonna, when COVID restrictions lift, we want to have office hours so that we can be more of the resource center so that parents can come up, especially while their kids are in school. We have Rosetta Stone on our computers so they can come do English classes or other people can come do Spanish classes in our resource center. So that will be a daily couple hours a day that our office will be open, available for people. So.
Anyone else? Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank
It's
y'all.
a great program and it's an asset to our community. I was just saying what an asset this is to our community and thank them for coming. I think I said this after you spoke to the satellite group. I remember that Rotary Club of Tupelo offers some grants each year. You can probably go to our website and get that information about when that's due, but we would welcome you to fill out an application. We would love to do that. And